From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's do the news!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Pope Francis has passed away. He was the first Catholic Church's first Latin American pontiff. 2013 is when he took the job. That's a crazy thing with being the Pope. Like, you do it until you're dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he took this job, I think he was 76.
Yikes.
When he started, and then you just like wave, because I think like the first sort of like Pope I remember, it would have been for us like John Paul, right? Like that was like sort of our Pope when we were kids, right? Like that's the only one that I don't remember.
Who was after John Paul? Was it this guy? No.
No. Benedict? Was that after John Paul? And then
Francis.
And then I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Benedict.
Benedict, right?
Yep.
And then this guy, then Francis.
I went to see the first one from when I was a kid at Downsview Park.
And John Paul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my God. That was, do you remember the city during that? It was an International Youth Day or something
That's
like
right,
that?
yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, my dad took me up there.
It was, the city was crazy then. But he did speak yesterday. So he passed away today on Easter Monday, and he spoke yesterday from a wheelchair overlooking St. Peter's Square. So this is the Pope yesterday.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona Pasqua. Chiede il maestro delle cerimonie di leggere il messaggio.
And then after that, he actually did a tour around St. Peter's Square in the Pope Mobile.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, which is, I think this one it's like an open air G-Wagon convert.
Sick.
They have, and it's really wild. They call it the Pope Mobile. I thought, because that was an American sort of term when John Paul had it, because his was like a tiny little micro pickup truck that had like a glass bubble on the back of it, a bulletproof bubble. And they called it the Pope Mobile because it was this cute little thing, right? But since then, every sort of white vehicle that the Pope travels in is just called the Pope Mobile. And like even the Vatican refers to it as like the Pope Mobile, right? Like it's really crazy. So what happens next is the election of a new Pope, which is, if you've seen the movie Conclave, the most secretive democratic process in the world, conducted by 120 cardinals, only behind closed doors. And it's going to be at least 15 days before they can all get together to choose the next successor, allowing for all the cardinals from all over the world to reach Rome and all be there together. Over the weekend, J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance, actually met with the Pope briefly, and then the Pope gave him like some gifts, I guess, for J.D. Vance's kids.
A Vatican tie.
Is that what it was?
Wow.
Easter eggs and a Vatican tie.
That's something special, though.
Yeah, so here's J.D. and the Pope.
Hello. So good to see you. God bless you and happy. Good morning. How are you?
Find yourself.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Happy Easter to you, Father. Wonderful. I know you've not been feeling great, but it's good to see you in better health.
Grazie.
Aw.
Anche buona Pasqua e vice.
Grazie, Santo Padre.
Thank you.
These are for your children.
Okay, thank you.
Aw.
Is that what he got though? He got Easter eggs and a Vatican tie? Was that the deal? Yeah. Hey, listen. So anyway, so that's what's going to happen. So we got a couple of weeks before they gather, and then that's when they do. If you remember when the last time we were doing the show in 2013 when they chose the Pope, that's when they burn the ballots, and then the smoke comes out of the chimney at the Sistine Chapel, and whether it's a white smoke or a black smoke determines whether there is a new Pope or not. And so everybody just gathers in St. Peter's Square, and you just look. Everybody just stares at the chimney.
And you wait,
and you just wait for the right color smoke.
And then what happens? Like,
and then
that's same day? Like, do they then present the new pope that day?
Yeah.
And that pope says,
and then
Pope
they,
Tings?
and then you're
Go
the
watch the movie Conclave. It's accurate.
yeah, and then you're the pope.
Oh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Coachella over the weekend. I guess Lady Gaga did she do both weekends? Is that the deal with
That's
Lady
right,
Gaga and Coachella? Had some microphone malfunctions during her live show.
Drawing circles in my mouth. When the devil turns around.
Sorry, my mic was broken for a second. At least you know I sing live.
No, it's one way to prove it.
Fans are forgiving.
And Shabuzi and Ed Sheeran performed together at Ed's. He did like a pop-up pub at Coachella. So here's that.
But the ladies want some more. Oh my, good lord. Someone brought me up with no shot of whiskey. They want me a Jack Daniels got a history. There's a bunch of bounce down in Fifth Street. Everybody in the bar getting tipsy. No shot of whiskey. They want me a Jack Daniels got a history. The bottom of the bottom don't miss me. Everybody in the bar getting tipsy.
Ed Sheeran shows up.
That'd be
That's
cool.
great.
That'd be cool to see, huh?
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran and Shabuzi doing something at a bar.
Just like Ed Sheeran in regular.
Yeah.
Just at a bar, popping up with a.
I would
with a
prefer
guitar.
I would prefer Ed Sheeran at a bar than Ed Sheeran in a stadium.
Yeah.
I've seen Ed
agree.
Sheeran in a stadium.
Yeah.
It's a big room to fill with one guy, right? Like it's fascinating for the first couple minutes, but after that you're like, wow, it's just one guy, huh? You know, and
It's
he's
him and his
great.
guitar.
Yeah, he's super
amazing.
talented, but there's not much going on.
No, I think the vibe in a bar for Ed Sheeran is just bonkers.
How has Ed Sheeran not done anything with Post Malone yet? To me, that just makes perfect sense for the two of them to do.
I'm sure they will.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
good point.
I'm sure they will.
You know what I mean? Like to me, like Ed Sheeran, like just going that way with the guitar and grabbing Post Malone. Like, how have they not done something?
That's
together?
true. Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New couple alert, and this is a wild one. Shem, I will go to your reaction first.
Okay.
Elizabeth Hurley,
Dime.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, that son of
What?
What? Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Has she heard him sing lately?
Has she heard him the way he talks to like his family and other girlfriends that he's had?
Has
And
she seen him?
I don't know. They posted a picture together where she was in like a cowboy hat and they're kissing, and she just said "Happy Easter" with a red heart emoji.
You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes up when I'm gone. Come on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this clip of Logan Webb from the Giants. So he was being interviewed in the locker room, and I guess during the interview, somebody off to the side, not the guy doing the interview, but like somebody off to the side farted, and he just can't keep it together.
Bumgarner, Gum, and Conrad for at least 4 outings with. I'm sorry. At least 4 outings with 10 strikeouts and no walks. What does it mean to you to be in that list with those guys?
I'm sorry guys. Farts are always funny. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you expect? You're in the locker room.
I know.
Dudes are going to be dudes, right?
Yes.
Bumgarner, Gum.
You heard right there.
Bumgarner, Gum.
Oh, wow.
And it sounds like he says Bumgardner.
Yeah, I know.
Bumgarner, Gum.
I got a Bumgardner for you right here.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
An hour ago, I asked the question that, because we were playing Ed Sheeran and Shabuzi playing us on together at Ed's pop-up pub at Coachella. And I had just said, hey, how has Ed Sheeran not done anything with Post Malone? Because I think that would be real cool. And then Maury sends me this from Coachella this weekend.
Wait, Ed Sheeran and Post Malone?
Yeah.
Oh my God! That's my favorite Post Malone song. Oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, I love this.
Right? Sound great together.
man, it would be a dream come true to have them record this song together and release it. God, I love this song so much.
Every time I'm leaving home, yeah, we don't make it easy, no.
Sounds great, huh?
Wish I could be there for you. Give me a reason to fall. Every time I'm walking down.
Oh my God, dude,
Yeah,
that
sounds
is
great.
so good.
Sounds great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jelly Roll, man, they've really softened Jelly Roll up over the years because like a couple weeks ago, I was out looking at just like old Jelly Roll interviews and stuff, and he was hard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like Jelly Roll was hard.
Yo, man, that guy did time.
And they told him to stop swearing, obviously, smile more, and now he's got to go on Jennifer Hudson. And now Jelly Roll is at the tell us the most embarrassing thing that happened to you on stage one time role, part of his career.
I pooped myself one time.
There we go.
Oh, no, Jelly.
I did. I'm sorry. I was confident it was all there. It was not. I watched this crowd go from loving me to just being completely out. Just completely out.
Oh, Jelly. Poor guy.
So
Hilarious.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Elections Canada announced that the preliminary estimates for early voting over the weekend, they had nearly 2 million people vote on Friday alone in advance polls. Yep. A lot of people waited more than 2 hours to cast their vote on Good Friday. They said voter turnout continued to be strong over the weekend, but no additional numbers will be released until tomorrow. As well, Elections Canada said that it had received 720,000 mail-in ballots as of late Saturday night. So the numbers for this election should be better than we've seen in years, decades, when it comes to the polls, which is a good thing.
Anybody here early vote?
Yeah, I went yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm going to go today.
Wait, hold on, Sean. On Easter Sunday, bro?
Yeah, the Lord is fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did my duty.
They're fine. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Battle of Ontario, Toronto, Maple Leafs, Ottawa Senators. It went down exactly as you knew it would.
Amazing! This is the best feeling ever! We're doing it! This is our year!
That was David Morey down at Maple Leaf Square getting tossed around by fans. That was also a beautiful sight to see. 6-2 was the final. Mitch Marner sort of exercising some of those ghosts that have followed him in the playoffs as being a no-show. He's got to quit social media because people just go so hard. Breakaway goal that was so gorgeous last night. Here's Mitch Marner after the game.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy game. We just stuck to our game plan and it worked out. A couple great tip plays. Willie just walking off the wall there. Johnny with the tip play as well. So, just trying to get to the net as quick as we can. Worked out tonight. We'll look into it more and just try to keep getting better. It's only going to get harder from here. So we just got to make sure we regroup tomorrow. See what we can even do a little better and take it to the next game.
And man, Sens fans are getting clowned on all weekend. So there was 2 songs that were released. One is a more rock one, and then one is I don't even know. We'll play the rock one first. Just fan hype songs, right? But I don't know. I don't want to destroy somebody, but everybody was going in on them. And Biz said it best on Spittin' Chicklets, which is just act like you've been here before. Don't pretend that this is some miracle. Just be a pro, act like you've been here before. But here's one of the hype songs.
It's been a minute since we've been in it. It wasn't easy. So we got early.
And here's the other Ottawa Senators hype song that came out over the weekend.
Oh, it's just my luck.
No.
When they ask me why I say that's my boy Kachuk. In the Battle of Ontario, my right, I've got a Mattio. They working super hard. They might save some room. For dessert, I call Zoom. And they playing. Santa Cinderella, big spot in my heart.
Yo, why are you vibing to this, Shem? This is your competition, bro.
Can't tell me that's not Flames.
Like we're gonna play Shem's Leaf song in a bit, but
yes, we will.
I'll play hers.
Yeah, we should. That was great. I
Anyway.
hated it over the weekend. Now listening to it on the radio, I think it's really great.
Those
I
were
love
not
it. I'm a huge fan now.
Amazing! This is the best feeling ever! We're doing it! This is our year!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Scientists, I'm going to send something to the group chat right now, guys, if you want to check your phone. There are only so many colors that the typical human eye can see. Estimates put that somewhere just below 10 million colors. But now, for the first time, scientists say that they've broken out into a new world of color. Researchers detail how they use lasers to stimulate the retinas of 5 participants, making them the first humans to see a color beyond our visual range. They described it as an impossibly saturated bluish green. So what I sent you guys is a new color called Olo. You may have think that you've seen this before. Keep in mind, this is a construct of what was described by these 5 people. This new color has only been seen by 5 human beings. And what they did was it was perceived using laser pulses that were fired into the participants' eyes, selectively stimulating certain retinal cells in ways that do not occur naturally. This unusual stimulation, they said, created a visual experience that the brain had never processed before, resulting in what participants described as a highly saturated color unlike anything they've ever seen.
Question.
Yes.
Explain it like I'm 5.
They shoot, so we can only see so many colors as humans. Our eyes can only process, they say 10 million, just under 10 million.
Sounds about right.
That's a lot of color. I don't know why they're digging around looking for new colors. I think if we can't find a color that we like in 10 million, right? I stop funding the laser in the eyes.
Isn't this mint?
It's not. It's like a tealy kind of. But again, this is what was described, right?
Okay.
This is not the actual color.
So we're supposed to do it as
and
now.
then so what they did is they shot lasers into the eyes of people, which stimulated parts of the brain to access an area that has never seen color before. So you were able to perceive color that no human being has ever been able to perceive before. And during this experiment, this was the color that everybody said they saw. All 5 people, they managed to trigger the same place in all 5 people's brains to come up with a brand new color that they called Olo, O-L-O.
Cool. So what now?
So now there's a brand new color. Now there's 10 million in one.
Oh.
Olo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is. It's like a cross between the Tiffany blue and a teal.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, man. Yo, if they drop Olo Jordan 4s,
yes,
I'm buying.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Anybody who lives in a condo tonight or out in the country, get up on your roof because there's a chance to see shooting stars. NASA says the Lyrids meteor shower will be most active through April 26th, but it will reach its peak tonight and tomorrow.
What time?
5 or 6 meteors an hour may be visible when the sky is dark. I don't know what time. NASA
I'm going to
says
set up my GoPro with the timer.
that this is one of the oldest known meteor showers, with the first recorded sighting in the first recorded sighting, Mocha, was in what?
1913.
1913. Shemi.
1903.
Maury.
1837.
Maria.
1910.
687 BC.
Oh.
Nailed it.
687?
Yeah, 687 BC. I don't know how you can trust that recording, but I guess
you told us about it.
I guess.
Oh yeah, Ross is there.
Yeah, it's my
I'm going to try
handwriting.
and climb on my roof.
It's my handwriting.
But how do they know? Like
I don't know.
Back then,
I don't know.
Like
how
they
they
look
know
up.
it's the
How do they
same
know
ones.
it's the meteor shower?
I don't
And then
know.
what? They like the scientists pass it on to.
It's been.
They said this is the thing.
Yes.
Here's what it is.
Yes.
Pass it on.
People have been gossiping about the Lyrids meteors since 687 BC. Right? I guess that's how it goes. Anyway, so it's going to be active tonight and
So
tomorrow.
it happens every year in and around this time?
No, I don't think it happens every year. I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyway, so if you're out in the in rural areas or you're up on your roof and it's not too dark, get up there and see some meteors tonight.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
NHL playoffs last night. Dallas over Colorado 4-3. Washington over the Habs 3-2. Of course, Jets over St. Louis 2-1. They go up in 2-0 in that series. Kings beat Edmonton 6-5, and this was a wild game. So at one point, the Oilers were down 4-0. Then they were down 5-2. Came back down 5-2 to tie it. And then LA won 6-5. How the Oilers still run with Stuart Skinner while you have Draisaitl and McDavid in their prime is like beyond me. I think my favorite, I was following a lot of the beginning of this game last night. The funniest thing I read was the LA Kings have clearly scouted Stuart Skinner extensively and found out that his weakness is shots on goal.
Oh, damn. Ow. Bro, how you gonna let them talk to you like that, dog?
But a lot of people are saying that the Oilers got put into a trance and mesmerized even before the game had started because the LA Kings did something I have never seen at a sporting event. So I've seen how many different ways can somebody do the anthem? I've seen somebody do it only on guitar. We've seen bands. We've seen opera. We've seen every kind of different way. Mm-hmm. So before the game last night, the LA Kings invited the harmonica class from the Koreatown Senior Community Center.
What?
So
that's so random, bro.
So there was 12 Korean seniors on stage, all in traditional dress, and they all had harmonicas.
And this was in LA?
In LA.
Okay.
Okay, and they all had harmonicas, and this is what that sounded like.
You know what, guys? I'm kind of into it now.
The problem is that it's so slow that people can't sing to it. Listen.
Yeah, you can't keep up with the timing.
No.
That's got to stress out the harmonica players. Honestly, because it was in LA, I'd rather the Kings organization invite these guys than ask Kendrick Lamar to perform.
Every single time.
Yo, that's great. So you think
Will Ferrell looked like he was enjoying it.
I know, he's all, but no face paint on Will Ferrell last night, I noticed. Will Ferrell's always great when he shows up with a face paint on.
So you think this is what threw off McDavid and the rest of the crew?
That's what they were saying, is that these, the Korean seniors put them all in some sort of harmonica trance.
Oh, bring them back.
That's what I say. I don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I gotta play you this crazy rant. There's a huge wrestling fan. If you thought, because I know that you were not happy with WrestleMania, right?
To be clear,
yeah,
was not happy with WrestleMania night 1.
Right.
Preferred night 2.
But the final match and the fact that The Rock wasn't there to finish off what he started.
Would have preferred The Rock show up instead of Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott put a stain on that match. Do you disagree or agree, Sham?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you.
So I got to play you this guy. It's he does a show called Busted Open on Satellite Radio. His name is David LaGreca.
Yes.
And if you thought you had opinions about WrestleMania, listen to David.
When it comes to being fans, I get it. I'm a wrestling fan, but I cannot believe the same people that bitched and moaned about this guy 15 years ago, about this guy 10 years ago. He buries everybody, never puts anybody over. Now you're surprised by what we saw last night? Oh, it's going to be okay come WrestleMania. We're going to get The Rock. We got no Rock. Haven't seen The Rock since Elimination Chamber. But we got a lot of Travis Scott. And you want to make Cody Rhodes look weak? Textbook making somebody weak last night at WrestleMania. On the biggest stage that there is. On the biggest stage. You just threw everything that you did for Cody last year, and you threw it right out the window. For what?
Damn, bro.
A guy that's going to be gone at the end of the year. But I love John Cena. You. Because all I heard was you bitch and moan about this. And now I got to hear it on Twitter, on Instagram, and people bitching and moaning, leaving Allegiant Stadium. This is what you fucking wanted this. Where's the camera? This is what you f***ing wanted. This is what you f***ing wanted. So don't bitch now. You enjoy the PG era part 2.
Okay.
Yo, you think that guy was mad or what?
I watched that twice yesterday. I was like, wow, man. I love watching anybody who cares that much about something. You know what I mean? Like, I just find it so... was he accurate, though, fellas?
100% he was accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that. I don't get that he did.
No, but was he accurate, though? I'm not talking about the level, but was he accurate?
Oh, yeah, 100% accurate.
Okay.
I agree with everything he says. Also, did you guys know that The Rock knows who I am?
Mocha, I know Mocha.
I wouldn't be blasting that everywhere right now.
Oh, yeah, facts. I don't know that guy.
Rock who?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
This is a wild one. So every year for the last couple of years, the Academy Awards have implemented sort of like new rules, right?
Okay.
More nominations in the Best Picture category. How they present the show.
What they present on TV versus the night before.
All that stuff. So this is a wild one. So the new rule for the Academy Awards is Academy members are now mandated to watch all the nominated films within a category in order to be eligible to vote.
That means even like the international stuff? The
No.
What?
No, they don't have to watch all the movies at the Academy Awards.
You have to watch?
The movies in the category that they're voting for.
Oh, wait, but shouldn't you have done that before anyway?
Shouldn't you have?
In order to pick a winner?
Shouldn't you have?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was under the assumption that if you're voting and you have control over that, the number one requirement is you had to have watched all those movies that you're voting for.
No, you have
how
not.
have they voted before? Just based on like
No, some of them watch them.
They get them all emailed to them and stuff.
But if you're saying that it
some of them
wasn't
watch them.
mandatory,
Yeah.
like then some of these people who were voting were just going off of what?
Maybe just the one that they watched?
No, they watch a little bit of it. Like, because every year around the Oscars, they always do these like blind sort of items, right? Where Academy voters give their honest opinion about stuff. And forever, Academy voters have said, especially for the long movies, like sometimes you get like a 3.5 hour movie in there. They stop at halfway.
See, but the thing now is with like if you get a link, they can tell when you stopped.
Oh. And then I guess they can revoke your vote?
Yeah, but I guess you could just always have your kid watch the movie,
you
right?
Just hit play and leave the room.
You just hit play and leave the room.
But if you're going to vote, you should want to watch the movie.
You would think, but it's never been the case. It has never been the case. And I don't know how they're going to, like Maury just said, you hit play on a 3-hour movie when you walk out of the room. You're like, I hate the director. I hate the lead. I don't care what this movie is. I'm never voting for it. You press play, you walk out of the room, right? You go into your business.
Not that I've ever done
that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Pope Francis's funeral has been set for Saturday at 10 a.m. Local time, so I think that's 5 a.m. our time in St. Peter's Square. Viewing of his body will begin tomorrow at St. Peter's Basilica. Cardinals met at the Vatican yesterday to plan the conclave to elect Francis's successor and to make other decisions about running the Catholic Church. 3 African cardinals from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, and Guinea are among the contenders, meaning that the African continent could provide the first black pope in modern times, which is kind of good.
Hey. Pretty cool.
It's so funny. All these old guys. I'm looking at all these pictures of these guys, right? Like you take this job when you're so old already.
Like how old are they? Like in their 70s?
Yeah, like they're all all of them are super old. But yeah, so Saturday, 10 a.m. local time, 5 a.m. our time is the Pope's funeral. So,
Stupid question, but why don't they ever elect someone like in their 40s, let's say?
I think you have to serve a certain amount of time, right? You
Yeah.
get like certain accolades.
Yeah.
I'm thinking longevity, right?
Yeah,
because it takes a while to get to that level of where you're even going to be considered, right? Like it's a lifetime of work that they look at, and
Like
it's
like different levels of black belt in karate.
Yeah, sure, exactly like that. Yeah, that's no different. It's just like
No,
karate.
I'm just saying, like-
it's just like karate.
Right?
But listen,
There's
both
different degrees.
both ancient, disciplines, right? We get it. Yeah, it's exactly karate.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Inside the NBA, Shaquille O'Neal is a treasure, just like an absolute treasure for the game, for television, and for this world. And that show is so glorious. So last night during a segment, Shaquille O'Neal just got up while they were live, walked off set to go to the bathroom.
No, he did not.
Yeah, so here, listen to this.
Underestimate the other thing about Kawhi is, you all right, big fella? You all right? No. Catching a cramp?
Go ahead, keep talking, Jeff.
Yeah, we're on TV.
I know what we're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's that olive oil you've been drinking.
I know.
Hey, take some matches with you.
Oh, no.
Hey, listen, he couldn't hold it.
He can't hold it.
After 40, he can't hold it no more.
That's at first.
He can't hold it.
Unless he's been drinking. He says he read somewhere if you drink a shot of olive oil.
I saw them doing that the other day in the makeup room.
They've been doing it.
Oh my God! You ought to give it away in secret.
You have to do it for 2 weeks.
No,
weeks.
well, you're going to miss a lot of airtime then.
Hey, listen.
Listen, I just hope we got enough matches around here.
Please turn his mic off. That's all.
That's another issue.
Oh my God!
Okay, so they're saying that Shaq is on this new health kick where he drinks a shot of olive oil every day to clean himself out, and he couldn't hold it anymore, right? So Shaq comes back and I guess sort of tries to clear things up.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, man.
Drinking that water.
You couldn't
Drinking that water, huh?
Chuck, stop talking so damn much.
What you mean?
Finish your point so we can go to break.
We waiting on you, fool!
Oh, no.
I'm sitting here like, shut the hell up and hurry up. Anyway, sorry about that, America. Number one to me.
There we go.
Thanks for sharing.
I don't need any more details than that.
So he was gone a little under a minute and a half. Shaq came back, said it was a number one.
Okay.
So from too much water, not from not from too much olive oil.
No.
Yeah,
that might have been a 3. Jeez.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
John Cena, WWE, talking to Pat McAfee about his hair transplant. And because everybody made such a deal of it, because John Cena came back and started wrestling again, and everybody was just like fixated on his thinning hair, right?
There's another headline for you, hair transplant. There it is. Look at that.
Wow.
Boom. I'm dropping him, dog.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's no shame in that, man. I got a problem. I try to fix it. That's what I'm doing.
Science has come to a
Hell yeah.
We're like, hey, you know what? This has been a thing. Let us help you.
And I'm not going to tell you who did it because I'm still waiting for it to get better. Once it gets better and I got the long flowing locks, then I'll be like, yo, go to this guy. And if you're thinking about it, truly go to this guy. So I'm working on it. Work in progress. Like I care, but work in progress.
It looks unbelievable.
No, I just saw so many bald spot signs, and then that's the thing. When you get it, like, so you get the deal, right? And your hair falls out because the new ones have to grow, so the old one falls out. So like in January, February was like I had it in November. That's when I came like half a skinhead up here. You guys, by the way, thank you for being so aware of my needs and emotions because you guys ripped me to shreds for a genetic problem that I can't control.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Hey, dude, you don't look good enough out there. Like, that's what I'm saying. This isn't cool. You guys aren't cool to me. Like, this is
no.
Why do you think I did? I'm in the Rumble, trying to win, and like, hey, I was the bald spot. Like, yo, that's not fair. I can't control that. It happens to 7 out of 10 dudes.
Oh, yo, he came through with the facts, too. Currently in America,
rough,
there
man.
are
That's
X
rough.
amount.
They bullied him into getting a hair transplant.
Oh, poor guy. No wonder he turned bad guy.
I would too.
Right? All the invisible jokes, the hair jokes.
I would too. And normally when guys, famous guys, go through that stuff, they give themselves a couple of months to do it in private, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess
because you look really rough at first.
You do,
Yeah.
right? And so I guess Cena did it in November, but then he had to be in the ring like too
All the
soon after,
time.
too soon.
On that retirement run?
Yeah.
You got to be at every pay-per-view. You got to be at almost every TV show.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I sort of feel for the guy, man. Because balding and men going balding is just about the last thing you can like really publicly humiliate a human being for, and it's still socially acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the last of them. It's the last of them.
And he's proof.
There used to be a lot.
He called
But
out
it's the last
the
of them.
McAfee show for it.
Yes.
And said, y'all, not cool. Also, I had to go get it done because of you guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
For the first time in like 23 years, the Leafs are now up 2-0 in a playoff series. Here's what went down last night.
Benoit into the zone. Drops for Domi. He's through. Domi scores! Max Domi's the overtime. Heroic game 2.
Dammit Morey was down there. We'll get to all his coverage in just a little bit. Do they serve alcohol down there, Mo?
They do.
They do, huh?
Yeah, beer.
I saw the footage. Man, the Leafs are on some like bully business these days, huh?
Oh, did you see the goalie, Stolars?
Yeah.
Chopping him down? Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And then Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
Taking homeboy's stick and just snapping it in half.
Yeah.
Is that the equivalent of the backflip?
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah, it is.
It's good.
I love this version of the Leafs.
But they need that.
up.
They need it.
Yo, keep it up.
They need more goals is what they need.
Did Mitch Marner get a bleeding
still.
nose?
Yeah, he got a high stick in the face and
But
no
guess
penalty.
what? He kept going. Turning into the freaking quantum man down right there.
The last
I love it.
time Leafs have been up 2-0 in a series in the playoffs, Ty Domi was a Leaf.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's crazy. That's how long ago that was, man.
It's chess, not checkers.
There we go.
Seeing Ty
Play
Domi
the
watch
game. Don't let
Max-
the game play you, player.
What's
Seeing
that?
Ty Domi watch Max was so emotional.
He is very stone-faced. Like, I was assuming that Ty Domi would be a little bit more, because they show him all the time, and he very rarely has any sort of reaction. Like, even when Max fights, like, Domi doesn't do anything. Like, he's stone-faced, because he knows they're watching, right? Like, he
Yeah.
can't look like a bloodthirsty dad.
He high-fived the guy next to him.
Yeah, that's because they won the game in overtime.
Yeah.
The game was over at that point.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Shabuzi shared a little clip of an upcoming duet that he's got with Jelly Roll.
No, for real?
Yeah.
Somebody say pray for me, cause the bills ain't out and I still can't sleep. Somebody send a word upstairs, cause the bar shut down and I'm God knows where. Close not go heavy, so smile ain't working anymore. Somebody say pray for me, all I'm asking for is a little mercy.
Oh, yeah. I'm into it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Meanwhile, the Tennessee Board of Parole recommended a full pardon for Jelly Roll. The board's action leaves the final decision up to Governor Bill Lee. Jelly wants to be able to travel internationally, so for being on parole and having a record makes that very difficult. The board issues its non-binding recommendation unanimously after hearing a hearing that lasted about 45 minutes with several witnesses, including the head of Live Nation as well as Nashville Sheriff Darren Hall. Jelly's most serious convictions included a robbery at 17 when a female acquaintance helped Jelly and two other guys break into a house in 2022, and then they demanded money. They got $350. Then they demanded more money, and the guy gave him an empty wallet. They were arrested very shortly after that, and Jelly was sentenced to serve a year in prison and additional time on probation. And then in 2008, police found marijuana and crack in his car.
Jelly.
He was sentenced to 8 years of court-ordered supervision. He's also has 2 misdemeanors offenses for driving without a license and possession of drug paraphernalia. Jelly says the hearing was incredible, and he says that I pray this goes through, but today was special for me regardless. So they're looking at a full pardon, hopefully, for Jelly.
Love it.
So he can travel and do all his jelly things.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a video that went viral of people in Walmart, because if you shop in the States, it's a very different experience now than shopping in Canada. Like if you go to a drugstore in New York, every single, like, you know, when you go to a drugstore in Canada, like the razor blades are behind glass where you have to like call the guy over and then they unlock it because people like to steal razor blades. When you go to like a Duane Reade in New York City, 100% of the products in the store are behind glass. Like you can't actually physically grab anything. You have to hit a button and then somebody's got to come and then they got, like, if you want
if I want to
Band-Aids.
smell like like a deodorant.
Zero,
right?
Nothing. 100% of the items in the drugstore are behind glass. And now they're doing things in Walmart, and there's a video where somebody grabbed like a pack of steaks, right? And they have like a mesh cage on them that has like a security lock at the end. So you can't even if you went in there with like your fingers, like you'd have to pull the steak apart piece by piece in order to get it out. Like everything is in lockdown.
Baby, this one you know is bad. When they put men in your gate so you don't steal, baby, they meats. Oh, girl, this got to be bad, Lord Jesus. Help our people, Lord.
It's a bad scene down there.
No.
It's a bad scene. And it just, nothing looks like, not that raw meat necessarily looks super appetizing, but like it's all in, it looks really awful. Like when you see the shelf with all the just like chicken wire.
Oh, girl, this got to be bad, Lord.
It is bad, girl. It's so bad down there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Denzel Washington defending the ticket prices for his star on Broadway in Othello with Jake Gyllenhaal. Tickets are like not resale ticket prices, but actual ticket prices are going for as high as $900 per ticket to see Jake Gyllenhaal and Denzel Washington do the Shakespeare play. Last month, their director, Kenny Leon, went as far as to compare Jake Gyllenhaal and Denzel Washington in Othello to Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour. But Denzel says they're also selling for as low as $50. People don't talk about that.
Yeah, but it's so far away.
But the problem with the $50 tickets is that they're almost impossible to access for most theater goers because the $50 tickets, which they don't include the service fee in this price, the $50 tickets are only open to a digital lottery system that opens up at 12 a.m. the day before performance. And so you have to go on a lottery, and then if you win the lottery, then you still have to go and buy your tickets. So the lottery isn't even for tickets. The lottery is a space to then buy your tickets.
Nah, Unc, I ain't doing that.
So
I had to do that for Chicago.
Did you?
For the music, not the city Chicago.
Yeah, like a full lottery system, everything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh, crazy. I'm going to just stay home and watch Training Day.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, I got to play you this clip of Wiz Khalifa. We know Wiz Khalifa is a flat earther, right? But in this latest clip, Wiz Khalifa, flat earther, offers proof as to why he knows the earth is flat.
I just believe that we live on a flat plane.
Why?
Yeah, like a huge flat plane.
Why?
Yeah. It's only because I've traveled so much.
Oh.
And I see like...
Did you ever get to the edge of the earth?
Nah.
Okay.
It's not that. There's more... I think that there's more masses than just what we see.
Just the earth.
Because we lived... It was one thing before, and it's like spread out.
Yeah, so it's layered like a pastry.
I wouldn't say layered like a pastry. I would just say, like, if this rug was the world, we would probably be like over there, somewhere. And there's just way more
other that we haven't discovered.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. Because when I travel, the routes that we take and how we do it, it's not possible to go up and down. You're just going straight.
Makes a good point.
Guys, I believe him. I believe him.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I love these stories, especially football players, where you get these just like super humble, hayseed kind of small town dudes who sign on for these giant contracts, and then a reporter asks them what they're going to spend their money on. So I want to bring you back to last year. This is when Eagles' Landon Dickerson signed his new deal worth $87 million. And at a press conference, they said, bro, this is an $87 million deal. What are you going to buy with your money?
How do you wrap your head around that, that level of money, I guess, and, what do you plan on doing with it, I guess?
I mean, I have a financial advisor for a reason. I don't know, I may go get a new lawnmower, kind of something I've been looking into.
Riding?
Yeah, zero turn.
Yeah, of course, a zero turn. $87 million contract. I'm going to go buy a new lawnmower.
Humble. Stay humble, friends.
So now we get Eagles center Cam Jurgens, who just signed a $68 million contract.
Hey, Cam, congrats. Last year, Landon told us his big purchase was the mower when he got paid. Do you have anything in mind for yourself?
I haven't given it too much thought. I feel like I fly a lot, so I might look into this thing called like TSA PreCheck.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like that sounds like it's a good idea. I'm kind of tired of waiting in lines. I think I could afford that. So I don't know. I think I'm going to look into TSA pre-check next and see if I can get that done.
Bro, you're trying to get Nexus?
By the way, TSA pre-check is $76.75 for 5 years.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
That's a smart businessman right there.
Smart businessman. I love that guy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ben Affleck commenting on a video that went viral. So he and his kid, his 13-year-old son, were out at like a shoe expo because they're both big sneakerheads.
Mm-hmm.
And his son was trying to convince Ben to get him these $6,000 sneakers. So here's the OG video.
What size are you?
Like 8?
8.5. That's incredible. Ben's like, no.
That's a lot of lawns you got to mow there. I like those because they're expensive.
No, they're tough. I've always said they look good.
Well, what size? Are any of these a size 8?
Yeah, this one actually is.
How much is Brandon? How much is it?
$6,000.
$6,000. So he was like, no, you're not having $6,000 shoes. So Ben was on talking to Andy Cohen, and they brought this up, and he sort of elaborates a little bit on his feelings towards his kids asking for money.
This clip that went viral of you with your son looking at these sneakers, which were an absurdly high price, and you had the best line, which I plan to use, which is, I'm rich, you're not.
She's like, yeah, because he wanted these shoes. He's like, so see these sneakers. I was like, those sneakers $6,000. What are you talking about? We're gonna pay like what are you gonna do? Mow lawns? Like, you got $6,000? He's like, we have the money. I was like, I have the money. Bro, as far as I know, you don't have to lend me $5,000. Like, you got nothing. So it's like, listen, you love your kids. You want to give them everything and do everything for them. But I think you definitely do them a disservice by like not connecting. You want something meaningful that you want.
Yeah.
You have to work for that. I'm like, well, if you want that, you can work 1,000 hours.
I mean, seriously.
You know what I mean? Like, minimum wage.
Damn. That kid got roasted at school.
Oh, I know. Because Ben Affleck's worth like $150 million or something.
Yo,
like
listen,
that,
I don't
right?
disagree, though.
No, I know. And his 2 older kids have jobs, he was saying, too, which is great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Kardashians' new deal with Hulu, a lot of people are thinking that maybe it might be coming to an end because although, they get a ton of promo and the beginning of this season was great, apparently viewership has fallen off. And the Kanye thing is just not helping at all because anything that is associated with Kanye, and he keeps dragging her name into it, and she can't help it because they share kids together. But instead, Hulu and Disney have announced a new spin-off of the Kardashians called Calabasas Behind the Gates.
Okay.
So they said, we all want to know what's happening behind the gates of Calabasas. And in the new series, they will answer that question of who are all these people in the extended lives of the Kardashians?
Oh, like the hairstylist guy?
I guess. Like their neighbors and stuff?
And their friends, their best friends?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if you're interested in that.
So it's pretty much the
at
same
all.
show.
Yeah, but just with different people, like different folks.
No, it's
They're-
the same people.
Oh, is it?
Like those people are already on the show.
Oh,
No,
see,
I know,
I don't
but
watch
now,
the show.
now they just get featured a lot more.
Yeah. Like it'll be them and their friends, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll get a little bit of that, I guess.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, they've hosted on YouTube in total videos that have been pulled, shorts, everything else. The video content on YouTube, the number that I saw in this headline is that they've hosted 20 trillion videos.
I believe it.
which is a crazy number. Mocha, if you were to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just to give you a sense of how big a number a trillion is, okay?
5 years.
How long do you think it would take you to count to a trillion?
5 years.
5 years. Damn it, Maury.
Oh, I would say something like 10 hours.
Okay. Maria.
A trillion?
Yeah.
I would say 2 years.
2 years. Shemi.
A day?
A day. To count to a trillion?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
A trillion is 1,000 billion. So if you started at 1 and started to count to a trillion, it would take you 31.7 thousand years.
Oh, my God.
What?
So I was closest, though.
How
What's
many
that?
did you say again, Mocha?
I said 5.
So close.
I was close out of everyone else's guess there. More 10 hours.
Because, like, can you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, like, so if you do if you do 1 per second kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
One
if you're counting,
Mississippis?
yeah, if you're doing Mississippi's, it's going to take you 31,688 years to count to a trillion. That's how big that number is.
Ain't nobody got
by
time
the
for
way.
And then you have to pause for lunch.
Yeah, you might have to poop. Who knows, right?
Ain't nobody got time.
But anyway, that's how big a trillion is.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lorde is back with a new song. Lorde's career is a weird one to me because she came out of the gate and she was like fire. Like she was everything. She led that sort of new gen of whisper singers. And
if we can go back really quick, some classics from Lorde.
It will never be right.
Oh, she's got a good voice. Right?
Incredible. That whole album was stunning. Right?
Yeah. And one of my favorite songs from her was Team.
Oh, my. I forgot about this song.
This song is so good. And her follow-up really didn't do anything, even though the follow-up had one of my favorite songs on it, which is Green Lights, which I love that song from Lorde. And I don't know what happened to her career. It sort of reminds me a little bit of Carly Rae Jepsen, where you have to consider some sort of like behind-the-scenes thing that went on, because I don't know how you go from Carly Rae Jepsen, the monster pop star that she was, to really like moving backwards into being like a cult star, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Lorde. I don't know how you go from that. Like, I don't know what the competition was at the time, where companies decided to put their money, who they decided to leave behind. I don't know what went on, but Lorde is back. She hasn't had an album out since 2021, which was Solar Power. Here is a little bit of What Was That?
Yeah, I'm missing you and all the things we used to do. MDMA in the back garden, blow pupils up. We kissed for hours straight, but baby, what was that? I remember saying then, this is the best cigarette of my life. Well, I want you just like that. Into your hairs, we're in a sandstorm and it knocks me out. I didn't know then that you'd never be enough. Oh, since I was 17, I gave you everything. Now we wake from a dream.
If a beat kicks in, maybe.
There you go.
Maybe it's like one of those ones that grow on you.
It sounds like
I don't know.
old Lorde.
Yeah, but not.
But not really either.
But not the good old. Like it's like, I don't know.
I listened. That song is called.
Song's called What Was That?
Yeah. I listened to it and I'm like. That's what I'm saying, Lord. No disrespect, but
we've talked many times about this over the years, which is artists releasing teases of new singles. And sometimes you get like what we just heard from Lorde, which is like an actual clip of the song. Other times you get some weird, distorted mix that really has nothing to do with the actual song, the way it's going to sound when it's finally released. And then you just get like the why the hell did you even bother? So I want to play you a clip of Megan Thee Stallion's new single. It's out April 25th. So when is that? Tomorrow. So it's out tomorrow. This, ladies and gentlemen, Meg Thee Stallion. It's called Whenever. There you go.
Cool. Yo, fire.
Add that to the rotation.
Why release that?
Right? Fire.
I mean, it went with a visual.
I don't care.
Let me hear it again.
Oh, the visual.
Cool.
Right?
What's the name of the song?
Whenever.
It should be called.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
With the funeral on Saturday for the Pope, so far 20,000 people have visited the casket to pay their respects. A lot of people draping blue and white football shirts in the area to commemorate the Pope, who's from Argentina. Officials didn't outright ban pictures. It's sort of up to the decorum of the individuals who just wait in line to come and pay their respects. So they didn't really have to ban them, but guards apparently are stopping a ton of people from taking selfies.
Oh my gosh.
With the open casket.
I wouldn't do that.
One person said, I was very moved coming to see Pope Francis, but it was awful to see so many people taking pictures. They called them ghouls.
Oh my gosh.
People had been told not to use selfie sticks, but still ignored the request.
Selfish.
Selfie sticks. First of all, who's using a selfie stick in 2025?
You'd be surprised to see how many tourists still use things.
Who's using a selfie stick to take a picture of the dead Pope?
Maria's right, though. Disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, just taking pictures in there, also disrespectful. Like,
That's
don't do that.
Crazy, man.
That ain't it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know why Judge Judy's been making a lot of news lately. I keep seeing Judge Judy clips all over social media. Like, is she like turned a corner? What's going on with Judge Judy? Like, because I know Judge Judy's
turned
always
the corner as in bad?
No, but just as in a little bit more vicious.
Oh, she is. I love like her show when it airs here after the show. Sometimes I stick around and watch like 30 minutes of it because she is just ruthless, man.
Yeah, I'm the boss, applesauce.
She's the best. I love her.
And so she's going viral like all the time now because I guess people like are saying that she sounds like a gangster, right? So here, I want to play this one clip from Judge Judy. You tell me.
Where is the ATV?
I sold it to a friend.
The name of the friend and the phone number of the friend.
I don't have that on me.
That's too bad. Where do you live?
Omaha, Nebraska.
You want to get home?
Yeah.
Get me the name of the friend. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's easy. I don't believe that you sold it. Do you understand?
Oh, damn, Judy.
I sort of resent it, Mr. Humphrey. When somebody writes in an answer, she's just bitter that she no longer has a boy toy. I owe her nothing. I look at you, and if I had to put a picture in the dictionary next to what a boy toy looked like, you would be an antonym. That's sophisticated out there. You have to know what an antonym is. It means just the opposite of what the word is.
Wow.
I hear those
she's hardcore
words coming out of Judge Judy's mouth, and it makes me think of two things. Number one, Michael Corleone from The Godfather.
Today I settle all family business, so don't tell me you're innocent, Carlo. Admit what you did. Don't be afraid, Carlo. Come on, you think I make my sister a widow? No, Carlo, you're out of the family business. That's your punishment. You're finished. Only don't tell me you're innocent, because it insults my intelligence. It makes me very angry.
He's just so calm, much like Judge Judy. But then it also reminds me of Tony Soprano, because sometimes she flies off the handle.
Do you remember one thing that you better hear? You want to talk all this old school bullshit about the rules? Well, here's a rule you might remember. I'm the one who calls the shots. And you better pay me the respect that I gave your brother, or we're going to have a problem. A bad one. Now get the out of here.
Wow. I'm saving both The Sopranos and The Wire until I'm in my 60s.
Why?
The Wire is so far,
Yeah, because why not?
Sopranos is good.
Right? Never saw an episode of The Sopranos, never saw an episode of The Wire. I'm saving them.
Really?
Yep.
I've watched all of Sopranos. I have not watched The Wire yet. I know year after year, every summer, Shem is like, yo, summer vacation, you have to watch The Wire.
Yeah.
Great, guys.
Yeah. No, I'm going to save them, I think. Why not? Right?
So good.
Why not?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There is a new, I'm really super interested in this. The Pee Wee Herman documentary that's coming out on HBO. It's called Pee Wee as Himself. Paul Rubens was Pee Wee Herman. He passed away. And I was just such a massive fan of Pee Wee Herman. I love the character. I saw Pee Wee Herman live. Not that no, I saw him live.
Oh, no, sorry. I mean, everybody loved Pee Wee.
Yeah, everybody loved Pee Wee. And then the story was that he was closeted, right? Paul Rubens was closeted because at the time, my God, Maury, you could not be a children's entertainer and be gay, out and gay, back in the 80s. And then he got caught doing lewd things with himself inside an adult movie theater in Los Angeles. And that was a scandal and almost ruined his career. And now he's sort of come full circle, unfortunately, since he's passed. But here's a little bit of Pee Wee as himself.
Guess what? I'm having a party, and you're invited.
I wanted to be a performance artist. Out of nowhere, Pee Wee Herman popped out of me. The audience ate it up and went crazy. There wasn't like a moment in the 80s that wasn't super cool to be me. And then dark music. Bum, 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 bum. I lost control of my anonymity, and it was devastating. I don't want to come off like a victim in some way. I kept who I was a secret for a really long time. I hid behind an alter ego.
Today's secret word is fun.
Death is just so final. To be able to get your message in at the last minute is incredible.
Wow,
Right?
what a trailer.
I know. I can't wait for that. That is Pee-wee as himself, drops May 23rd.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm so happy that one of my favorite movies of all time is getting a remake, and they're shooting it in Toronto, which is Ready or Not.
Ready or Not?
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie? Ready or Not? Samara Weaving, where she marries into this like crazy rich family.
So good.
And then she goes to their house and they try and kill her.
What?
It's amazing. It's the best movie
Never
ever.
seen it.
We watch it in my house like multiple times a year.
How old is it?
It's so great. I don't know, like maybe 5 years?
2019.
2019?
Yep.
Wait, they're remaking it now?
No, they're not remaking it. They're doing a sequel.
Oh, a sequel. Sorry.
Ready or
sequel.
Not. It's officially called Ready or Not, Here I Come, and they've added to the cast. So Samara Weaving is back.
Yeah.
And they've also added Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, nice.
They've added Elijah Wood.
Oh, wow.
And they've added David Cronenberg to the cast.
What?
So I cannot wait for this movie. I'm so pumped. If you're anybody working on that film right now and can hear this, just get a move on already, okay? I need to see that ASAP.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Stock markets in both Canada and the U.S. soared early yesterday after Trump said that he would not attempt to fire the head of the Federal Reserve. Markets also reacted to comments from the U.S. Treasury Secretary, who said the ongoing tariff showdown with China is unsustainable, and he expects a, quote, de-escalation in the trade war. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump may scale back his 145% tariffs that he has against China goods that he put on earlier this month. But he's still like got it in for Canada. So this was Trump yesterday talking on the state of things with us.
It doesn't make sense. If we needed something, that would be a different subject. So I'm working well with Canada. We're doing very well. We're working on a deal. We'll see what happens. But again, why, representing this country, why are we spending $200 billion to support and subsidize another country? Because if they didn't have us, and if we didn't spend that money, as Trudeau told me, they would cease to exist. He said that to me. They would cease to exist, which is true, certainly as a country.
That's crazy, because when you actually talk to people who were there at that dinner, remember when Trudeau flew down to Mar-a-Lago and had dinner with them?
Yeah.
And it wasn't long after that Trump started calling him the governor and saying Canada should be the 51st state. And everybody was like, where did that even come from? From people who were there, reports. It was actually Trudeau.
He's the one that messed it up?
Because...
Well, he said, we need you?
No, they were talking about, Trump was talking about tariffs in the economy. And apparently Trudeau said, if you do this, you will destroy Canada. And then Trump said, well, if you need us that bad and without us, you guys would cease to exist, then why don't you just become the 51st state? And it was a joke. But it was Trudeau that said, apparently, that if you do this, you'll destroy us. We won't be able to live without you.
Thanks, man.
And then that's where it all started.
Then you dipped.
And then he dipped.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Penn Badgley, who is back in season 5. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the final season of You. Today.
Has anybody started watching it yet?
I finished the whole thing.
No, we know you did before, but has anybody Shem?
I'm saving it for the
Did
weekend.
you stay up late?
No.
Maria, you didn't stay
No,
up late?
I'm going
Nobody?
to binge it altogether. So please, no spoilers.
I will not spoil it. All I will say is that it's the best season they've done, and it may be one of the best endings to a series I've seen in years.
Okay.
Like, they do it so right. But Penn Badgley was on with Call Her Daddy yesterday, going back to his Gossip Girl days and what it was like to star in that show, but also dating in real life his co-star Blake Lively.
You're in your early 20s, and I feel like a lot of the character that you were being, you were kind of had parallels, right? You were like living in New York City.
Sure.
You were also living in New York City at the time
Yeah.
for the show. You were dating Blake Lively. You were dating Serena on the show.
Mhm.
Did you feel like you were able to like separate your actual job from your reality and actually able to like grow in your 20s? Or did it all feel like it was kind of merged?
I mean, that's a great question because it was the struggle. What starts to happen when you're in this one role for a long time, the aspect of celebrity being a part of it, a huge part of it, there is not enough separation, I think, for anybody. You're seen as this person, you're called their name out on the street. You also constantly have to be that person at work. And I was 20, I was 21, 22. So like I didn't have the emotional maturity to understand, to how to differentiate myself just in terms of self-worth. Like what people seem to think of Dan seemed to be what people thought of me. And now I had enough sense, enough intelligence, enough self-worth, enough just, like I wasn't like losing myself, but it bothered me.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Los Angeles Kings are up 2-0 on the Edmonton Oilers, and they brought back the harmonica players last night.
Did they?
Yeah, and they're calling LA the Harmonica Kings now.
No.
Yeah, because everybody remember they brought out, it's from a Korean senior citizen home, and they have a harmonica group, and they came out and did the national anthem with harmonicas. These old Korean ladies, and they were adorable. And at first, everybody was like, what in the hell is this? Who does this for the first night of the playoffs? But then they won. They got 6 goals on night 1, right? And everybody was like, oh my God, you got to bring the harmonica ladies back. But it wasn't planned. So they had to apparently quickly negotiate with the harmonica ladies to be able to get them back. And they had them back last night. LA scores another 6 goals.
Oh, yo, have them on retainer, guys.
Thank you. Right?
You need them.
They're adorable. I love them.
Oh, so good.
Just the best.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.